Love is not a choice, it is a reaction, a biological reflex. You cannot negotiate it. You cannot buy it with dinner dates, stability, or endless emotional support. And you certainly cannot nice guy your way into a woman's primal desire. Yet, millions of men wake up every morning in a bed that feels like a Cold War zone. Meet Ethan, he's 32, a software engineer, he makes six figures, he is fit, he is loyal. On paper, Ethan is the perfect catch. The type of man society tells women they should want. But Ethan is starving. He is starving for affection from a woman who treats him like a utility bill, necessary, but annoying to deal with. Her name is Mia. And for the last 6 months, Ethan has been drowning in the sunk cost fallacy. He tells himself she's just stressed. He tells himself she's just not affectionate by nature. He tells himself that if he just does more, buys more gifts, listens more, complains less, the spark will return. Ethan is living a lie. The reality is far more brutal. Mia isn't stressed. She isn't broken. She just doesn't want him. Deep down, Ethan knows, and you know too, there is a gut feeling, a primal alarm bell ringing in the back of your skull. But your logical brain keeps silencing it with excuses. Today, we turn that logic off. We are going to look at this through the lens of evolutionary psychology. We are going to strip away the societal conditioning that tells you to be patient. Because when a woman does not love you, she doesn't just say it. Her biology screams it. Her micro-expressions, her recoil, her silence, they're all data points in a rejection letter she wrote months ago. She hasn't left you yet. That doesn't mean she loves you. It just means you are currently the best option for her survival until you aren't. Let's dismantle the illusion. The body cannot lie. The neocortex, the part of the brain responsible for speech and logic, is a master of deception. It can fabricate excuses. It can say, "I love you," while the heart feels nothing but the limbic system. The primal brain. It is honest, brutally honest. This brings us to the first and perhaps most devastating sign, the biological recoil. Picture this scene. Ethan comes home after a long day. He sees Mia in the kitchen. He walks up behind her, wraps his arms around her waist, and leans in to kiss her neck. Does she melt? Does she lean back into his frame, surrendering to his masculinity? No. She freezes. It's subtle, a micro-tension in the shoulders, a slight stiffening of the spine. She doesn't push him away violently, that would be too obvious. Instead, she tolerates the touch. She endures it. But then, the moment he lets go, she steps away, just an inch, just enough to reclaim her personal space. She might even brush off the spot where he touched her. An unconscious grooming behavior to remove contamination. This is not shyness. This is repulsion. In evolutionary terms, a woman is hardwired to be the gatekeeper of sexual access. Her body is designed to open up to high-value genetic material and close off to everything else. When a woman is genuinely attracted to a man, her biological imperative is proximity. Oxytocin drives her to seek skin-to-skin contact. She will find excuses to touch you. She will invade your personal space. But when that attraction is gone, you become a threat to her autonomy. Ethan notices this. He asks, "Is something wrong?" Mia sighs. "No, I'm just tired. I had a long day, don't be so sensitive." She gaslights him. She uses her verbal intelligence to override his gut instinct. She frames his valid observation as neediness. But here is the red pill truth. Genuine desire cannot be negotiated. If you have to ask for a hug, if you have to schedule intimacy, if you feel like you are bothering her with your physical presence, it's over. There is a concept in behavioral psychology called compliance versus enthusiasm. Ethan gets compliance. She holds his hand in public because it maintains the image of the relationship. She kisses him goodbye because it's part of the script. But there is no enthusiasm. There is no hunger in her eyes. When a woman loves you, her pupils dilate when you enter the room. Her feet point towards you. She mirrors your posture. These are autonomic nervous system responses. She cannot control them. Conversely, when she has lost respect and attraction for you, her body builds a wall. Ethan tries to breach that wall with kindness and muncus. He thinks a back rub will fix it. He thinks cuddling will reignite the flame. He is wrong. You cannot cuddle your way out of a lack of attraction. When she recoils, she is signaling that your genes are no longer welcome here. Her biology has rejected you, and no amount of communication will change a biological verdict. Communication is the ledger of a relationship. It records who is investing and who is merely extracting. In economics, there is a concept called ROI, return on investment. Ethan is currently operating at a massive deficit. Let's look at his phone. The screen tells a pathetic story. On the right side, blue bubbles, long paragraphs, questions, emojis. Ethan is sharing his day, his thoughts, his feelings. He is pouring energy into the digital void. The left side, grey bubbles. LOL. Yeah? Okay. Busy RN? This is communication asymmetry. Ethan rationalizes this behavior. She's not a big texter, he tells his friends. She's focused on her career. Lies. Watch that same woman when she is interested in a man she perceives as high status, a man whose validation she craves. She becomes a novelist, she sends photos, she asks questions, she uses double exclamation points. She responds in seconds, not hours. Why? Because in the ancestral environment, securing a high-value mate was a matter of survival. Attention is the currency of attraction. When Mia gives Ethan one-word answers, she is practicing minimal viable effort. She is doing the bare minimum required to keep him on the hook. She gives him just enough digital breadcrumbs so he doesn't starve and leave, but she refuses to serve him a full meal. Why? Because Ethan is her safety net. Her plan B. You don't burn bridges with a safety net, but you certainly don't invest in it until you crash. Then there is the issue of response latency, the time it takes for her to reply. Ethan texts her at 10:00 a.m. She views the story of a random influencer at 11:00 a.m. She likes a post on Instagram at 12:30 p.m. She replies to Ethan at 4 p.m. Sorry, crazy day. This is not busyness. This is hierarchy. We live in a hyper-connected world. People sleep with their phones. People take their phones to the bathroom. If she takes 6 hours to respond to a simple text, it's not because she didn't see it. It's because looking at your name on her screen didn't trigger a dopamine spike. It triggered a chore response. Ugh, I have to reply to Ethan. She weighs the cost of ignoring you against the benefit of keeping you around. Here is the brutal truth that Ethan refuses to swallow. No one is too busy for someone they desire. If Brad Pitt texted her, if the CEO of her company texted her, if that bad boy from the gym she stares at texted her, she would find the time, she would stop surgery to text back. By accepting this low-effort communication, Ethan is signaling his own low market value. He is teaching her that his attention is cheap. He is teaching her that he will wait. He is demonstrating that he has no other options. Women are hyper-aware of social cues. When you send a paragraph and she replies with K, and you continue to text her, you have just sub-communicated that you have zero self-respect. Silence is an answer. Delayed responses are an answer. Brief, low-effort replies are the loudest answer of all. She is engaging in a soft fade. She hopes you will get the hint and drift away, so she doesn't have to be the bad guy and break up with you directly. She doesn't hate you. She just doesn't respect you enough to engage. Love cannot exist without respect. Read that again. You can have respect without love, like you respect a boss or a mentor, but you can never ever have romantic love without deep, foundational respect. For a woman to feel attraction, she must look up, not physically, but hierarchically. She must perceive you as competent, capable, and essentially better than her in the domains that matter for survival. So, what happens when that dynamic inverts? We see the shift. Ethan notices it in public first. They are at dinner with friends. Ethan starts telling a story. Halfway through, Mia cuts him off. That's not how it happened. Ethan, you always exaggerate. The table goes silent. It wasn't a playful tease. It was a correction, like a mother scolding a child. In that moment, Mia didn't just interrupt him. She emasculated him. She signaled to the tribe they're friends that Ethan is not the leader. She is. This is a violation of the social hierarchy. Watch for the eye roll. Dr. John Gottman, a renowned relationship researcher, identified the eye roll as the supreme indicator of contempt. Contempt is not anger. Anger says, I am mad at what you did. Contempt says, I am superior to you. You are beneath me. When Mia rolls her eyes at Ethan's suggestion, she is expressing disgust. Her biology is repulsed by his perceived incompetence. Why does she do this? It is a mechanism called devaluing the asset, subconsciously. Mia is preparing to sell her stock in Ethan Inc. To justify selling at a loss breaking up, she has to convince herself that the stock is worthless. By treating him like garbage, she rationalizes her lack of attraction. If she treats him like a king, she has to explain why she doesn't want to sleep with a king. But if she treats him like a jester, well, nobody wants to sleep with the jester. It makes her lack of desire logical. Then comes the comparison trap triangulation. Why can't you be more ambitious, like Jason? Did you see the car Sarah's boyfriend bought her? She starts pointing out other males in the sexual marketplace. She is showing Ethan exactly where he falls short. A woman who loves you frames your flaws as quirks. A woman who doesn't love you frames your flaws as failures. Ethan tries to laugh it off. He thinks, if I just take the high road, she'll see how mature I am. Wrong. In the primal world, if another man disrespected you, you had to check him or lose your status. When your woman disrespects you, and you do nothing, you confirm her suspicion that you are weak. You are failing her shit tests. But be careful. There is a difference between a shit test and genuine disrespect. A shit test is playful pressure. She wants you to pass. She pokes you to see if you're solid. Disrespect is malicious. She wants you to break. Mia isn't testing Ethan anymore. She is punishing him for existing. She arrives late without apology. She cancels plans last minute. She mocks his hobbies. She is actively dismantling his ego. She is trying to make him feel so small that he eventually leaves her, saving her the guilt of doing the dirty work. Ethan is waiting for the old Mia to come back. He doesn't realize that the old Mia was a reflection of his own high status at the beginning of the relationship. The new Mia is a mirror reflecting his current lack of boundaries. Disrespect is the final nail in the coffin. Once a woman feels contempt for you, the sexual polarity is dead. You cannot negotiate desire with someone who looks down on you. If communication is the mind of the relationship, intimacy is the heartbeat. When the heart stops, the patient is dead. But sometimes the heart beats artificially. This is what we call transactional intimacy. Ethan remembers how it used to be. The urgency, the heat, the way Mia used to initiate. Her hands exploring him as if she couldn't get enough of his skin texture. That was genuine burning desire. Now sex has become a scheduled appointment, a calendar event. Maybe Saturday, if I'm not too tired. And when Saturday comes, it isn't an act of love. It is a negotiated settlement. Mia enters the bedroom not because she craves Ethan, but because the bill is due. She knows that if she withholds sex for too long, Ethan might snap. He might leave. He might stop paying for the dinners or fixing her car. So she pays the tax. She engages in duty sex. You know the signs. Every man in a dying relationship knows them, even if he refuses to admit it to himself. 1. The starfish syndrome. She is physically present, but spiritually absent. She lies there, passive, arms by her side. She is waiting for it to be over. She is checking the mental clock. 2. So the get off me recoil. Immediately after the act is finished, she pulls away. There is no aftercare, no cuddling. She puts her pajamas back on instantly. She reestablishes the barrier. 3. The lubrication deficit. Her mind says yes to keep the peace, but her biology says no. She requires artificial help because her body is not preparing itself for him. This is the ultimate insult, Ethan thinks. At least we are still having sex. He is deluding himself. He is not having sex with his wife. He is masturbating using her body. In evolutionary psychology, female desire is reactive. It reacts to dominance, competence, and genetic fitness. When those triggers are absent, desire evaporates. But Mia is smart. She uses sex as a Pavlovian reward system. Notice when she does initiate. Is it when Ethan displays leadership? No, it is when Ethan does a chore, when he buys her an expensive gift, when he agrees to host her annoying mother for the weekend. You're such a good boy, she coos. She is training him like a dog. Do trick, get treat. This inverts the natural order. In a healthy dynamic, sex is a mutual expression of shared passion. In a failing one, sex is a control mechanism. She rations it out to keep Ethan compliant. Ethan accepts this crumbs-based economy because of the scarcity mindset. He is terrified of a sexless life, so he accepts bad sex, he accepts pity sex. He tries to spice things up. He books a hotel, he lights candles. He tries to negotiate desire. If we go on a vacation, maybe she'll be in the mood. It never works. You cannot negotiate genuine arousal. Negotiated desire is dead desire. If she has to psych herself up to sleep with you, if she needs to be drunk to sleep with you, if she treats intimacy like doing the dishes a chore to be completed so she can get back to watching Netflix, she does not love you. She is using you. You are a utility provider. And the sex she gives you is the maintenance fee she pays to keep the utility running. A woman in love wants to consume you. She wants to be possessed by you. A woman who is settling tolerates you. Ethan is lying in bed next to a woman who is physically miles away. He touches her shoulder and she flinches. Not tonight, Ethan. I have a headache. The headache is a lie. The truth is, your touch no longer generates a spark, it generates a burden. We are taught that jealousy is a toxic emotion, a sign of insecurity. But evolutionary psychology tells a different story. Jealousy is a mate retention strategy. It is a biological alarm system designed to protect a valuable genetic investment from poachers. Think about it. You lock your house, you password protect your bank account, you guard what you value, you do not put a security system on a pile of garbage. This brings us to Ethan's next delusion. Ethan is going out with his friends for a bachelor party in Miami, a city full of models, alcohol, and temptation. He tells Mia he expects a reaction, maybe a little possessiveness, a playful threat like, "You better behave yourself." Instead, Mia smiles. "That sounds great, you should totally go. Stay an extra day if you want." And Ethan beams. He tells his buddies, "My wife is so cool, she's so secure, she trusts me completely." Ethan is a fool. This isn't trust, this is indifference. If Mia perceived Ethan as a high-value male, a man that other women would actively try to steal her instincts would kick in. She might not scream or cry, but she would mark her territory. She would text him during the night. She would ask, "Who is going?" She would exhibit mate-guarding behaviors, but Mia does none of that. Why? Because in her eyes, Ethan has zero sexual market value. She subconsciously believes that no other high-quality woman would want him. Why guard a man that nobody else is hunting? It gets worse. Mia isn't just allowing him to go, she is encouraging it. Go play golf every Sunday. Go visit your parents. Go on that business trip. She is pushing him out of the nest. Why? Because his presence has become a burden. Every hour he's away is an hour she doesn't have to perform the role of the loving girlfriend. It is an hour she can relax, scroll her phone, and fantasize about a life without him. She is engaging in passive detachment. She is effectively quiet quitting the relationship by encouraging him to live a separate life. She is emotionally preparing herself for the eventual split. She is building a life where his absence is the norm, not the exception. There is a terrifying calmness to a woman who is done. Oh, no fights and no drama, no questions about who you are texting. Ethan misses the drama. He remembers when they used to fight passionately. He mistakes the current silence for peace. Silence is not peace. Silence is the void. A woman who yells at you is still invested. She is fighting for the relationship, even if in a toxic way. She wants you to change. A woman who doesn't care where you sleep, she has already checked out. She has assessed your market value and determined that losing you would not be a catastrophic genetic loss. In fact, she might be secretly hoping you do meet someone else. If you cheat, you become the villain. You give her the perfect excuse to leave without guilt. She isn't guarding the gate because she left the building a long time ago. Hope is a dangerous drug, and Mia is Ethan's dealer. Ethan is smart enough to see the red flags we just discussed. He sees the lack of sex. He feels the disrespect. He notices the silence. So, why does he stay? Because of future faking. Ethan sits Mia down. He wants clarity. Where is this going, Mia? When are we moving in together? When are we getting married? Mia doesn't say no. No is final. No forces Ethan to leave. Mia doesn't want him to leave. She wants him to stay in his lane. So she says, "Not yet. I just need to focus on my promotion first. I need to work on my mental health right now. Let's wait until the lease is up. I'm just not ready for that level of commitment right now." This is the carrot on a stick. She dangles a hypothetical future in front of Ethan to extract resources from him in the present. She sells him a dream that she has no intention of fulfilling. In project management, this is called scope creep. In relationships, it's moving the goalposts. Ethan thinks, okay, if I just help her get that promotion, then she will be ready. He supports her. She gets the promotion. Does she commit no? Now the excuse is, well, I'm so busy with the new role, I can't think about a wedding. The goalpost moves again and again. Here is the red pill reality. I'm not ready actually means I'm not ready with you. Women control access to sex, men control access to commitment. When a woman desires a man she perceives as her best genetic option, she is terrified of losing his commitment. She doesn't delay, she accelerates, she tries to lock him down before another female poaches him. If she is dragging her feet, if she is unsure, if she needs space or time, she is passively waiting for an upgrade. This is hypergamy in action. Mia is keeping Ethan in standby mode. Well, he is her insurance policy. He pays the bills, he provides emotional validation, he is Bahor. But she keeps her options open. She is scanning the horizon for a man who excites her. A man she wouldn't make wait if that high-value man walked into her life tomorrow. All her trust issues and career focus would vanish instantly. She would marry him in a heartbeat. Would marry. We see this all the time. A woman dates a safe guy for 5 years, says she doesn't believe in marriage. They break up. 6 months later, she's engaged to a man she just met. She wasn't broken, she wasn't unready, she just didn't want you. Ethan is wasting his most valuable resource time. His fertility window is long. Yes, but his years of building wealth and status are finite. He is investing his prime years into a woman who views him as a placeholder. She is running down the clock, and when she finally finds the branch she wants to swing to, she will drop Ethan without a backward glance. She will say, I just fell out of love. It's nobody's fault, but it was a calculated decision made years ago. Stop listening to her words and look at her timeline. If the timeline keeps extending, the destination doesn't exist. Ethan is not just a character, he is a warning. He represents the part of you that believes if you are good enough, the world will be fair. The world is not fair, and biology is ruthless. You have seen the signs, the recoil, the silence, the disrespect, the transactional sex, the indifference. You can continue to lie to yourself. You can continue to pour your resources into a black hole, hoping that one day it will fill up and love you back. Or you can do the hardest thing a man can do. You can kill the nice guy. The nice guy is the weak version of you that seeks validation from a woman to feel complete. He accepts crumbs because he's afraid to eat alone. He negotiates desire because he cannot command it. It is time to bury him. The solution is not to try harder. The solution is to walk away. This is the nuclear option. It is terrifying, but it is the only move that restores your dignity. You do not leave to teach her a lesson. You do not leave to make her miss you. That is manipulation, and it is weak. You leave because you have looked at the data, analysed the ROI, and realised this investment is bankrupt. When you walk away, do it with stoic silence. No long letters, no crying scenes, no closure talks. Closure is a myth. You simply pack your bags, you withdraw your attention, you remove your resources, you disappear from her life like a ghost. Why? Because your attention is a gift, not a right. She abused the privilege of your presence, so she loses it permanently. What happens next? Pain, immense pain. But on the other side of that pain is freedom. You redirect that energy. All those hours you spent texting her, put them into the gym. All that money you spent on dates she didn't appreciate, put it into your business. All that mental space you occupied, fill it with your mission. Men are built for conquest. We are built to build. A woman should be a complement to your life, so not the focus of it. When you center your life around a woman, you lose your edge. When you center your life around your mission, you become dangerous, become sharp. And ironically, that is exactly the kind of man a high-value woman actually wants. Stop chasing butterflies, build a garden, and they will come. And if they don't, you still have a beautiful garden. The choice is yours. Be Ethan, and slowly rot in a loveless comfort zone. Or walk through the fire, burn the dead wood, and be reborn. Mind before skin.